Excuse my demeanor, this the glamour life. You still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born, I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. I said my name is, ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my install. Getting paid for, never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, he already dead. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Good move by Duke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. But those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling? I regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have. They've taken care of that early.
Heels of that run by Johnson. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
The first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Staying open. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 39. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn into it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Looking to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got four now. Gun. Wise motion.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henderson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Right there. All day, baby. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
4 down, 4 down. Check 99, check 99.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette, very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They go play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now back to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
3 down. Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Yeah, but play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Gun! Detroit!
Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Second down, Mayfield. 20. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Mayfield now on second down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone! We got three, fellas. We got 3. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53 spike. Check. 53 spike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the...
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half?
Because tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run it again with Hyde. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing, Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go play action here on first down. And Daniels has it left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Green 39! Green 39!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Mike, 44. Gun!
Here's Mayfield. It's a first down and more for Gordon. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit! Detroit!
2nd down, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded at about the 28. And we're back now here in Cleveland as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Landry. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guy's block?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he's able to put it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. $40 already and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Mayfield to throw. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
3 down, 3 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 50, right 50, right 50.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky!
Now Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.